Okay, as you all know, we've been at this for a while now. I've spent the last 19 years investing in real estate, from single family rentals and flips to multifamily office buildings, parking lots, refrigerated warehouse, vacant land, yeah, to finally selling it all to focus only on self storage. I made a lot of money and created a pretty nice lifestyle for myself in self storage, and I've helped to launch hundreds of self storage careers over the past 8 years. But as satisfying as that is, and even after all the testimonials, emails, and calls from our students who have gone out and bought their first, second, third, or more self storage facilities, I still feel as if I haven't achieved my own measure of success as an educator by helping more of you enjoy the lifestyle that comes from starting your own business, or helping all the frustrated landlords out there who want to create wealth in real estate but without all the hassles of tenants, toilets, and trash. You see, I've talked with so many of you over the years who truly want success, feel you deserve it, and truly want to make a financial change in your life, but when it comes to taking action, unfortunately, well, many of you simply just fail to launch. Well, after working with literally thousands of students, I know that there are really only two obstacles that get in your way. Number one is fear. Yep, no surprises here. Fear of failure stops more would-be successful people than all other factors combined, period. The fear that you'll lose money or make a mistake, but mostly the fear of what your friends and family might say if you fall short. Well, unfortunately, what I've also learned over the years is that these people really don't want you to succeed. Because if you do, it just makes them feel more insecure about their own shortcomings and failure to reach their own goals in life. And it's a sad, cold, hard fact, but it's true. And number two, yes, right now, it really is the money. I understand that better now, as I've had candid, personal conversations with many of you who are struggling through these tough economic times. And I didn't want to admit it and could imagine that people wouldn't want to invest in their own education, especially if it meant unlocking the key to their dream business. But sadly, some of you are just dead broke. And I get it. I was there once too. Flat broke with only $97 in my bank account back in 2001 when the house of cards I built, yeah, my tenant toilet business, finally came crashing down. And it's been a while, but I haven't forgotten what it was like. So today, I'm going to show you how I built a mini empire of self-storage facilities and how we continue to make money even in the worst economy since the Great Depression. I'm also going to eliminate the top two reasons why the rest of you aren't achieving the success that I and thousands of my other students have enjoyed over the past 8 years. Now, imagine for a moment if you could take just $97 in your bank account, invest it, and have it turn into 10,000, 20,000, or even 100,000. Would that help your situation a little bit? Well, we're going to make that a reality for you today. You see, my students are doing it each and every day, and you certainly wouldn't be the first person I've helped with money issues. Now, as you may already know, I'm widely considered as the nation's leading authority when it comes to investing in self-storage. If you Google my name, I think there's over 35,000 pages on me out there and counting. Now, I invest in self-storage facilities all over the country, with most of my work being performed from the comfort of Starbucks, with nothing but my laptop and a cell phone. And I have students all over the country who are doing the exact same thing I'm doing. I very humbly accept the fact that I've literally made a small fortune in self-storage, and I started when I was dead broke and had absolutely no credit to speak of. But do you want to know the best part? I work however many hours a week I want. I work from wherever I want. I take vacations whenever I want. I can buy whatever I want, but most importantly, I can also give whatever I want. And the better news is, well, you can do this too. But it wasn't always this way for me. You see, back in 1993, I began investing in single-family homes and apartments until it drove me to the brink of bankruptcy by 2002. I quite literally couldn't even afford food at one point when my debit card, yeah, my debit card was declined in Walmart. At this time, my house was in threat of foreclosure, and I thought I was going to have to move in with my mother-in-law. I was driving an old pickup truck. I was working 60 to 70 hours a week. My wife had sold virtually everything we owned on eBay just to make ends meet. And yeah, I quickly fell into a deep depression. You know, those dreams I had when I got into real estate had now literally become my nightmare, and I was in complete agony because I couldn't even provide for my wife and our two kids. Maybe you can possibly relate to some of that. It was absolutely the worst feeling ever. And the sad thing is that more people are living this way right now than ever before in the history of the modern world. But then I discovered something that literally changed my life forever. I discovered a way to get into the hottest sector in all of real estate, self-storage, with no money, no credit, and no experience whatsoever. Shortly after that, I began buying self-storage facilities, and I quickly dumped all my time zapping, negative cash flowing, single-family homes, apartments, and all their tenants, toilets, and trash to build, well, a mini self-storage empire. Well, it wasn't long after this that people started noticing what I was doing and began asking me to teach them how to do it. Some even offered me thousands of dollars. So I started helping people in my local investors group by holding these one-day seminars around my home state of Indiana on the weekends. But spending my Saturdays teaching people what I knew was beginning to take a toll. I kept having to say the same things to people over and over again, and they would come back to me showing me the checks for $10,000, $20,000, even $100,000 that they were making following the simple things I was telling them to do. And as rewarding as this was, I was just tired of repeating myself and spending my Saturdays away from the family. And so was my wife. So I decided to write a course where I laid out my simple process of investing in self-storage facilities with no money and no credit. And shortly after offering it, I ended up selling over 1,600 copies at $677 each. And now it's even more robust and sells for over $1,000. Quite simply, what I did is I shared my real-life, easy-to-understand experience and instruction from just a regular Midwestern dude who's been there and done that. And now I've condensed it down into a downloadable, affordable manual which includes my simple step-by-step strategies for building sustainable wealth in real estate without all the hassles of tenants, toilets, and trash. You see, I have a passion for showing people how to follow a safe path to real estate riches while simultaneously showing them how not to build a house of cards like so many of the other gurus are teaching out there, which quite honestly just doesn't work. And believe me, I know this painfully from first-hand experiences I shared. But I also show people how to develop the mind of a millionaire real estate investor, which is what separates the successful from the excuse makers, or the $50,000 a year income earners from the $250,000 and over club, and finally overcoming the fear that is holding so many of you back. I guess only about 2% of all real estate investors have any clue about this, maybe even less. But once you master this, you'll literally be shooting fish in a barrel while your competition is still slugging it out, trying to eke out a living with single-family homes. Now, my secret self-storage evaluation formula will show you exactly what to offer every time to ensure you make the profits that you want going into a self-storage deal, which is one of the most difficult skills to develop. Heck, it took me over a year to finally get this right, but I've already paid the dues and I learned the hard lessons so that you don't have to. I'll also show you how to have motivated sellers calling you day in and day out when they're ready to sell. Within 30 days of getting into self-storage, I had my phone ringing off the hook with people practically giving their facilities away. It was literally that easy. And want to know why? Because there are more than twice as many self-storage rental units in this country than there are single-family rentals. That's why. 24 million self-storage rental units out there, to be exact. I'll share with you hands down the best wording to use on all your direct marketing to target your audience, which are the mom and pop owners, not the big corporate guys. I also show you the number one most cost-effective place to find these properties where no one else knows where to look, and it's absolutely free. I've coined it stealth storage marketing, and it requires a little bit of work, but then again, let's face it, wealth requires effort. And it takes a little effort to change your future, but we're talking about doing the things that people won't do, so you can go out and do the things they can't afford to do. Now, I'll also reveal the magical phrase that gets sellers to finance some or all of the deal for you, oftentimes eliminating the need to ever darken the door of a bank. How's that sound? You'd be amazed how many times I've used this and had the seller offer to finance their facility to us at rates and terms far better than what any bank would even dare to consider. Plus, the key ways to build your buyer's list for those properties you may want to wholesale instead of buying for yourself. But for the majority of you out there who actually want to own these cash cows like myself, I'll also share the details of a new government loan program that allows you to buy self-storage facilities for, get this, no money down. Even the government recognizes what a great business this is and what a safe bet it is for them to guarantee these loans, because this program is not available to buy single-family homes, apartments, or mobile home parks, or office buildings, or retail strip centers, or assisted living facilities. Nope. This program is only available to buy self-storage facilities. Now, I'll also share the 5 most costly mistakes new self-storage investors make, but most importantly, how to avoid them. From improper valuations to due diligence, I'll show you exactly what to do. Now, these quick fixes could mean the difference between $50,000 or no money ending up in your bank account on a deal. Then I'll show you how to force the appreciation and create value by adding the multiple profit centers available only in self-storage. That's why I love this business. From selling locks, boxes, and moving supplies to truck rentals, vending machines, temperature-controlled storage, and the more than 30 different profit centers that we've identified to increase the cash flow in these geese that continue to lay the golden eggs, whether we're in a recession where people downsize and need storage, or in a boom time when we buy even more things that won't fit in our homes. This is what led Warren Buffett to call self-storage a virtually inflation-proof and utterly recession-proof industry. Now, I'll also include my purchase agreement and all my due diligence forms, complete with directions on how to fill everything out to guarantee your success, but most importantly, your legal safety. Heck, my small business broker list alone is worth the price of admission, just so you know where to find these cash cows. And all are included for free. Now, for the past 5 years, my business model alone has been sold for a measly $677 and have made thousands of people wealthy all over the country. But guess what? We're having a great recovery sale. And since we're celebrating over 8 years of creating self-storage millionaires, I decided to tape one of my recent one-day self-storage workshops and created a virtual live event for you to watch at your leisure without the expense of planes, hotel, meals, or having to sacrifice any time away from your family. Plus, a free bonus that contains my secret, never before heard, not even by my students, new prospecting strategy. So today, and today only, I'm going to give you this entire course, not for $677, not for the over $1,000 that it sells for today. Nope, we're going to give you this entire course for that $97 you have in your bank account, just like I had when I was in your shoes. All you need to do is click on the button below to get started right now. Folks, we've condensed this down and created a program called Self-Storage Investing Made Easy, and it's being offered to you right now for only $97. Now, you're also going to get a really cool bonus. So, by now you're probably asking, okay, why is he doing this? I mean, that's a lot of stuff for $97. Well, it's for the same reason Sports Illustrated used to give away those football phones for free in exchange for accepting a free trial of their magazine. Remember that? You see, I have a program that we're going to add on to this called the Self-Storage Insiders Club, designed for people exactly like you who want to grow a real estate business but could use a little personal help. Over the years, we've launched thousands of self-storage careers with this program, and we've set a big, hairy, audacious goal regarding the number of successful students we plan to help by the end of this year. I'd rather keep that number under my hat until we've achieved it. Now, there's a low monthly fee to be part of this program, and I'm going to give you 30 days free when you claim your copy of Self-Storage Investing Made Easy for just $97 right now. The Insiders Club includes monthly motivating instructional webinars and calls with, well, yours truly. You also have on-demand access to an active mastermind community of over 20,000 plus investors just like you, many of whom want to buy properties from you at wholesale, and you'll only find these folks in this exclusive club. Plus, you'll have access to the vault of past monthly coaching calls and videos with leading real estate investing experts and all the other case studies that we've done in the past. And access to my self-storage Rolodex, which is my personal contacts in my own business, and I'm going to give that to you as well, along with Ask the Expert access to my team and I for questions you have via email. Plus a treasure trove of self-storage tools and resources you won't find anywhere else on the planet, and it's all yours for just $97. So to get instant access to Self-Storage Investing Made Easy and the Self-Storage Insiders Club, click on the button below right now. You'll be taken to our secure order form, and in about 3 minutes you'll have access to everything, and it's all yours for just $97. All you need to do is click on the button below to get started right now, and I'll see you on the inside.